Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashika and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So before I get on with the actual review, I just want to remind you that Palestine is still in need of our help. So try to do whatever you can. It could be sharing on social media or donating or learning about it, reading Palestinian voices. Like you could do so many things to support the Palestinian cause right now. Even though there's a ceasefire by Israel, it is not the end of the fight. So please keep supporting them. So I will link a few resources that you can go through in the description box. So please check it out. Okay, now let me get into the actual review part of the video. So Project Hail Mary is a pretty new release. So it was released in the beginning of the month, and the paperback's not released in India yet, so I had to get the ebook, and yeah, so that's the situation with the book and me. Andy Weir has written 3 books so far, including the Project Hail Mary. So the first book is The Martian. It is one of my favorite science fiction books ever. Like, it is so good, and the movie version of it is also excellent. I think I might have watched the movie first before reading it, but still, like, it is extremely good. And if you haven't read it yet, I would encourage you to picking it up because it's very well done. And the second book is this trash. Please don't read this. I mean, I'm sure someone has enjoyed it, but I don't understand how someone who wrote this and this could write such junk as this. It might be because he tried writing it from the perspective of a teenage girl. I DNF'd this book. Like, I couldn't even read past the 100-page mark, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was... Oh, actually, wait a minute. I think I read till 160 pages, so that will give you an idea of how much I tried to enjoy this book. But I couldn't. Like, I had to stop reading because the dialogues were so bad. Anyway, this review is not for this book. So let's get on with Project Hail Mary. Let me start by giving a brief synopsis of the book itself. So in this book, the book begins with our main character. He wakes up in a room, and there's a bunch of medical equipment attached to him, and there are a couple more beds in the room, and both beds have dead people in them. So that's the situation. He wakes up with no memory of who he is, where he is, why he is there, who the dead people are. So he doesn't know what's happening. And as the book progresses, he gets parts of his memories back. That way we can piece together what happened and connect it with like what's happening right now. So what's happening is he is the last person alive on this mission to save the Earth. Because of a mysterious alien creature, the sun's energy is depleting. This directly affects the Earth because, like, if there's no sun, or like if there's even a decrease in sun's energy, there is going to be crop failures. So there's basically a lot of humans are going to die. And there's a time duration within which all these is going to happen. So the main character, his name is Grace, and his role is to find a solution for this problem. And that is why he's on a ship. Like, the 2 dead people are his co-workers, like other scientists who is supposed to like help him with it. And now he's a only person who can save Earth. The story is told in 2 timelines. The first one's the current present one, and the second one's the memories that he get back. And so we sort of piece together what happened and also like what's happening. Now that I've given an introduction to the book, let me talk about what I liked and what I disliked about the book. So what I liked, number 1, is that the book itself is very humorous. I really enjoyed that aspect because obviously the situation, the stakes are very high, but still the author manages to bring in humor through our main character, the way he interacts with this environment. He has some very endearing qualities that makes you like him a lot. The second thing is, from a purely entertainment perspective, it was very good. I couldn't put the book down. I think it is, like, I'm not sure, like, because I read the Kindle book, I'm not sure how long the book is, but I think it might be like 500-ish pages. So it didn't read like a 500-page book. Like, I one, I had a lot of time in hand, but also like I read it in a couple of days. That is how good it was. And I can definitely see this being a movie because it has a lot of very dramatic actions to it. I think it's very likely that this will be made into a movie because The Martian was a huge hit, and this also has the potential to be very big. The third thing that I liked is the ending. Even though it didn't go where I thought it was going, I appreciated the ending a lot. I would have liked the ending to be a little bit more longer, and the middle bit of the book was a little bit of a drag, so it would have been better if those pages were added to the ending. The fourth thing that I liked about the book is that there is a tiny little plot twist towards the end. It doesn't really affect the story at all, but it adds depth to the main character. The plot twist was a little bit unexpected, but I really liked the way it affected the main character and how it changed him a little bit. Now let me talk about the things I didn't necessarily like about the book. So the first thing is, this is a very personal preference sort of thing. Some people might enjoy it more than others. Like I fall into the category that didn't enjoy it that much, and that is, it is a little bit too sciencey. So I had to skim a little bit during those science explanations because number one, I wasn't very interested in it. Number two, I didn't understand it, so I had to skip a little bit. And yeah, that is one negative. I went through the Goodreads reviews of the book. I found that the audience is pretty divided. Some people enjoyed the science aspects. Some people agreed with me. They were like, it's a little bit too much science. So it definitely depends on you. If you enjoy sciencey things, maybe you will like it a little bit better. Second thing I didn't enjoy was the memories. Like, I'm not talking about the second timeline itself. Like, I like what was happening in them. Like, I liked that it explained a lot of stuff, but it didn't feel very natural. It felt a little bit unrealistic. So it felt like he just had these flashes of memories, but these memories are super detailed and super specific. And I don't think that's how memories work. I could be wrong, but it felt very unnatural. Number 3, this book had some plot holes in them. I wouldn't exactly call them plot holes, but a lot of things that happened were very convenient. Even though what happened was very cool to read, cool as in like, wow, that's so cool. Even though it felt like that, when you thought about it a little bit, it also felt very convenient. Another example of plot holes that I mentioned is that there's a project head for this whole project, and she's back on Earth, and we get to meet her in the memories. The thing is, she's not a science person. Like, she doesn't have any background. She's a history major, so she doesn't have any background in science. And she heads the Earth's biggest science projects. It didn't feel realistic. She was competent in like administration and all that, but she had no clue of like how science things worked. So I felt it was a little unrealistic to put a person like that in a project that would save humanity and the whole Earth. So, the last thing that I didn't love about the book is the character development of Grace. He has a very generic, white science teacher character. He came across as a touch too, oopsie, silly me, what did I do? Oh my gosh. Maybe not the oh my gosh part, but he came across that way, which is very generic in science teacher characters. Another thing I found annoying about him is the way he swore. He does the whole PG swearing, like, you know, changing words to, I can't remember any specific examples, but he swears in that weird way. And I'm a teacher too. It really is not hard to distinguish between class time and outside time. It is not that hard not to swear in class. So when he does this weird, like, PG swearing, it just gets on my nerves. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have already read the book, what did you think about it? Like, do you agree with what I said, or like, do you have different opinions? Please let me know in the comments. And if you haven't read the book yet, like, do you plan to read it? Have you read any of Andy Weir's books? So yeah, let me know that too in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and like the video. I will see you again with another review soon. Bye!